This is Kimbi's family. Kimbi's father works as a matatu driver. Kimbi's mother takes care of the house. Kimbi's sister and Kimbi's brother are both going to school, and they all live in Kenya. Kimbi's family life is really nice. They rent a pretty house on the hill, they have a car, several goats, a couple of chickens, and a savings in the hiding place in the house. The only concern Kimbi families have is a little swamp right next to their house where there are mosquitoes, but they try not to think about it too much. One day, an NGO guy passes by the house and offers them a mosquito net for free. Kimbi's family is really happy. They take the mosquito net and make a chicken shelter of it. The chickens are happy. They bring a lot of eggs, and the Kimbi's family is happy too. One day, Kimbi's mother wakes up with a really high fever. Her muscles hurt. She cannot even walk around the house. She stays in bed for several days, drinks a lot of water, and takes a lot of medication, but it doesn't help. So she goes to the hospital, but the line to the doctor is very, very long. She cannot wait, she's too weak. So she comes back home and goes back to bed. 2 weeks later, an ambulance has to take her to the hospital. She is now really, really sick. Well, the doctor said she had the malaria, and it was too late for her. So Kimbi's mother died, and the family was devastated. They were crying days and nights. One day, their neighbor stopped by and told Kimbi's father, "Look, you are now the only parents those children have. Why don't you buy a life insurance, just in case, so if something happens to you, the kids are not left without resources." But Kimbi's father didn't even want to hear about that. "Go away," he said. "I don't want to talk about death. This is such a scary topic." So he never talked about life insurance again. But Kimbi's family life was getting worse. Kimbi's sister had to drop out of school because it was her turn now to take care of the house. Kimbi's father started drinking. He was depressed and he missed his life too much. Only Kimbi's brother was doing well. He still hung out with his friends, played games, and was going to his nice private school. So the big day came, and now Kimbi's brother was 12. He was ready to move on with his life, go to boarding school, and be a young man. The family was celebrating days and nights. And one evening, Kimbi's sister, former colleague from school, stopped by and said, "Look, now that your brother is going to boarding school, maybe you should go back to school and finish your education. You know, if you have a school degree, you can always get a better job than without one." This was a really tempting idea, and Kimbi's sister was thinking about it the whole night long. But then she woke up in the morning and thought to herself, "I'm 21 now. I'm a woman. I need to get ready for marriage, not for school." So she never went to school. Years passed by, and one evening, Kimbi's father was coming back from work. He stopped by the bar and had a little too much to drink. So he got into a car accident and died right away. So now Kimbi's children were left all by themselves without any resources, and they had to figure it out, how to go on with their life. A lot changed in their life. They couldn't afford their nice house on the hill anymore. They had to sell all of their animals to pay for their father's funeral. So they moved into a cheaper area where they could afford to rent a little shack. Kimbi's sister started working as a house help. She didn't have a school education, so she couldn't find any better job. They were still saving money in a hiding place in the house, and Kimbi's sister and her brother were dreaming that one day he can go to college and get a good education as a lawyer or as a doctor and make a good living. sister made her school friend again, and they went together to shop in the market. Before they left the house, Kimbi's sister took money from the hiding place, and her friend said, "Why are you keeping money in the house? Why don't you put it into the bank? It's very safe, and then you can even earn a little bit of money." That was a very tempting idea again, and Kimbi's sister was thinking about it the whole night long. But then in the morning she told herself, "Banks are too big, they don't care about little people like me. They will take my money and I will be left without any resources." So she never put her money into a bank. But the area where they were living now was impoverished and was not very safe. So one night, when Kimbi's brother was in his boarding school and Kimbi's sister was sleeping after a long, long day of work, robbers came in and took all of their belongings, including the savings from the hiding place. So with all their savings gone, they were not even thinking about college anymore. They could not even afford their little shack. So Kimbi's sister had to become a resident help and live in somebody else's house. And Kimbi's brother had to go and start working as a farmer. They almost never seen each other. They met only once a year to visit their father and mother grave. And all the time they were sitting by the grave in silence, but each of them had a big question in mind. Big, big question. What could have they done to protect themselves? What could have they done different? Mosquito net, life insurance, school degree, or a bank account? What would help? Well, any of that, all of that, all of that could have helped. You decide what your future is like.